up, beautiful black people? It's your girl, Cookie, your everyday therapist.
It's Kenyatta, a couples therapist at Atlanta Couple Therapy.
And it's Dr. Lewis, psychologist, founder of Atlanta Couple Therapy.
Welcome to If I Was Your Therapist, where we break down your favorite black movies.
We give advice as therapists.
And we provide strategies for your everyday life issues.
It's so
He was perfectly Now, today we're diving into the best man. We have Lance, the star football player turned star NFL player that is getting married, and his best friend Harper, who is the best man. The movie is really basically about Harper, but Lance is the star, and Def Morris Chestnut shows up as that the whole time. But it is also crazy because the movie is around his unawareness. His unawareness that his best friend is kind of low-key the ops, or kind of like maybe not being as forthcoming with him with all the information that he must need to know before he jumped this broom, as our ancestors or the people before us would say. So I think it's very interesting that this movie is about friendship. It also is about love and how to navigate that dynamic over time, because these are people that were friends in college. This group of people were like banded together through college, and they've matriculated life and are still friends. And now they're coming together like a homecoming for a marriage. And there's some secrets that come out, and that's when you get to see when bonds are tested, is when secrets come out, and they have some spicy ones, as y'all know. You're finding out that Harper actually slept with the bride to be. And what was so funny is we were actually watching a scene before we got started, and it was about them, Lance expressing, how his plan, he had this bulletproof plan of how he was sleeping with all these women, and it was going to ensure that he stayed faithful in his relationship, and that he picked the right girl, and how she was a virgin, she was untouched by anyone, and you could see the different emotions around that table. So I feel like us as clinicians watching that, back in the day watching that, and then watching it now, it was a lot of different takes on that. So I know for me, was just saying like, oh goodness, men can talk. This was real guy talk. This was real guy talk. You can see the ins and outs and the interesting, I'll say, logics that men come up with when they're in cahoots with each other, but also see how those things come back and bite you in the ass, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely. One major part that I think is relevant is everyone knew that Mia and Harper had slept together based on the book that Harper wrote, putting the details about it. So he switched some characters up. But I feel like even throughout the movie, the friends knew. I don't know if Jordan, who was it a secret to? It was definitely a secret to Lance. But I feel like Terrence knew, the one with the locks knew.
Everybody was reading the book. Yeah. That's when they was like,
because it was centered around the release of the book. So surprisingly, which I think was another like kind of underhanded dig towards Tay Diggs' character, was the release of his book was around the time of the star NFL Lance's wedding. So it was around that same time.
Yeah, where everything just came out pouring, and all of the secrets started to kind of get clear.
Okay, so some of the things that really stood out to me, y'all, is you are a ho-ho, but you want a virgin? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Why do we want what we are not? What if we become what we want so we can attract that? But it just seemed out of order that you laying it low, spreading it wide, but the one that you feel like you should have is the virgin?
They do suggest, and as a therapist, I suggested to be what you want to have so that you can attract it even more and even better, and you'll be aligned with it.
Come on.
Alignment is a big thing,
baby.
So, yeah, I think there is some man-woman kind of rhetoric and dialogue around that. Men, we're all just like, we're raised differently in that way. We are socialized differently in that way. Men typically want somebody who's a little less sexually promiscuous than they are. It comes
now, as a couples therapist, I've been in this field for over 20 years. I find it somewhat problematic. The perception that Black women have when it comes to owning their sexuality, because it seems like when a woman is sexually aware of what they want, what they desire, what turns them on, then there's a lot of negative associations that gets put on her. She's a hoe. She like all of these things, which is not the case for men. And then when they sit on our couch and we're doing couples therapy, for a lot of women, they struggle with even articulating what their desires are because of all this shaming.
But that wasn't a problem for me because she got hers. The scenes that Lance played over in his head that were depicted from that book were very explicit.
That was hard.
And that's what really set his soul on fire.
Oh,
and I feel like
the soul. Okay.
That's how sometimes karma works. And when you're sitting with that male on that couch and you have to coach him through those moments of when you said
it don't feel right when it comes back.
And this is how those people feel on the receiving.
Yes.
Now you get to receive how they feel. And how does that feel? So be mindful when you're putting that out there in the world that you're the villain. In someone's story. I said that in a past video, but you'll be the villain in someone's story.
She got him back by sleeping with his best friend.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's talk about the Tay Diggs character. So Tay Diggs, he's a writer. Low down in every shape or form. He got this woman, Robin. She is cooking for him. She is baking cookies. She is just seemed like sweet as pie to me. And he brings her into this situation, the wedding, and it's a mess, a hot mess.
Yeah.
What would y'all? Okay, so imagine Robin coming to you for counseling after she has observed this foolishness and now she is engaged.
My thinking, okay, so this is the thing. So Robin, all right, cool, so this is the thing. You what are you allowing? So that's what I would ask her.
Oh, can we just sit with that for a second? Because so many times people say that, oh, this person did that to me. They hurt me. What are you allowing, sister? What are you allowing? What are you accepting? What are you creating? Because you knew some of this going into this though.
So it was very manipulative for him to engage her at the wedding after all of these things had happened. Robin was very much committed. She wanted to see it all the way through. Literally, she's walking into the situation after he has gotten beat up by his best friend after he slept with his fiance, and but she still showed up. She still showed up to the wedding. She still went through that process. For me, I would be curious to know, Robin, why'd you go to the wedding? Why?
I don't know if she was fully knowledgeable of what she was walking into. And then I will say, to take a step back off Robin and back onto Tay Diggs' character of Harper, the way my brain conceptualized him is the middle child.
Okay.
So Lance was always the chosen one. He was always number one. He was always in the golden light. He has been trying to catch up to that since they've been in competition with each other. I believe Harper's been in a silent competition with Lance this whole time. So I feel like he got a lot of gratification when he had sex with him. I feel like he had a lot of gratification when he wrote that story and changed those food characters around, and the universe, God, whoever you subscribe to, allowed it to become a big success. And let that one small thing be the big success that take you out, because now you're going to have to come to terms with those things.
What did you think? What did y'all think about the faith part of this movie? Because faith has always been a big part of like Black culture. And you can see it displayed in this movie.
I don't think it was displayed in the best light in this movie, because Lance kind of used it as a weapon to say this. It was like I ran from all that I've done, so now I'm with the Lord. But it was like he sent him a test. I'm finna give you these visuals, and then I'm finna let you be able to. Are you gonna be able to walk the emotions
in real life
displayed when she was walking down that aisle to him? Because she's being herself. She know what she did.
No,
she being herself.
No,
you're just coming to that awareness now.
She's always known.
If that faith is real, you'll be able to forgive. you'll be able to forgive, you'll be able to accept, and you'll be able to understand that what you put out in this world, you eventually come get back. And this is you getting it back. This is the way that you'll be able to actually learn that lesson, is if it came through that angel that you thought was so pure and so, and she showed that she's still all of those things despite this one mistake she made. And it isn't even a mistake
Come
from her
on, I was
perspective.
about to say
It was liberating for her.
it was I think he had cheated, and she went to Tay Diggs' house.
Yeah, and he rose to the occasion because he rose to the occasion because the golden child did what? He wasn't able to stand up, and I can save the day one time. Oh yeah, let me grieve. I'm gonna get in here.
Let the church say amen. Yeah. Okay, so there's this scene, and I don't know if y'all remember this scene or it stood out to you the way it stood out to me. But there's a scene before they get married, and Morris Chestnut lands. He is like, "Pray with me, Harper," and he gets on his knees. Do y'all remember that?
After he whooped him,
it was after the whooping, and I thought that was the crucial moment in the movie that allowed Tay Diggs to connect with the Lord.
Yeah. So being mindful of that faith aspect in their relationship, I really feel like that in that period it was really shown that it was something he was practicing. It was kind of like a tool that was used, like I mentioned, and I don't think it was used best, but in that moment it was the real tried and true. Hey, are you going to get down here and pray with me? Because that will let me know something that you don't agree with at all. If you get down here and show this level of vulnerability, then I can know that you're actually sorry. I can know that you actually have some level of forgiveness, because right now everything looks negative, and we have to take in consideration in those moments where we're down and out and we feel like everybody's out against us, everything is easily looked at negatively. So yes, it looks like you was trying to leech off my money. Yes, it looks like you was trying to leech off of my fame and the fact that I was getting married, and that was so conveniently placed around the time of your book release. And then now you in here trying to get me to marry so that everything can still look good for you. No, I want to pull, like, that was a real crash out moment for him. So to show me that you're for real, get down on your knees and pray with me. And he did. He was able to like put himself to the side. I don't know if it was 100% genuine or not, but I feel like later on we was able to find out that it kind of was. Yeah. That he was able to put that to the side and say, "Hey, I really want to know. I really want what's best for you, and I know that's Mia. So I'm going to get down here. I'm going to pray. I'm going to show you that vulnerability." And he eventually got him to jump that.
Absolutely. It was a Hail Mary. It was sometimes we get to a place of so being low that it's like all you can do is pray for this situation for you to find yourself out of it. And that's what it was for him.
I definitely have been in those circumstances where it's like, if not for God, dark, deep depression of like, I don't know how I'm gonna come out of this. And I think that we gotta rely on something bigger than us, our faith, to be resilient, to push through when things are tough, and therapy, because we can have both. Amen. We can have therapy and we can have God at the same time. We need both of them. So as we start to prepare to close, let's talk about like our parting piece of guidance that we would give to these characters. The characters that we talked about today is Lance, and Tay Diggs' character is Harper. So let's refocus. Parting pieces of guidance.
To Harper, if he was my client, we would talk a lot about the need to hide, the need to keep secrets, the need to manipulate. Where does that come from, and how does he begin to change his life in that way? Because I mean, we all sing Best Man Holiday. He didn't really stop. I mean, so that would be my thing, is stopping that pattern of him feeling like he needs to take advantage of other people to lift his own self up. Like you said, that middle child syndrome. So helping him to find peace and integrity and honesty and truth and living right.
Yeah, I think it's so much freedom that come in living in your truth. Even if your truth is not pretty, even if your truth is complicated, like just living in it heals you so that you don't keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over again. So see Kenyatta, set up an appointment for therapy so you can unpack these circumstances that keep replicating itself all over the place around you. It's not all these things around you. It's you.
I like to teach people to make decisions that they can be proud of. He was not proud of much of his decision Which is fair.
Not at all. I would
Yeah,
say if
we
I
can
could
do.
give them a song, I would give them "Lovers and Friends"
Mm.
by
Yeah.
Usher, Lil Jon, and
And
Ludacris.
Ludacris.
Because this movie was so chaotic.
Oh my God.
It felt like a night in the club.
Lord.
It was just a lot going on.
on up in here.
It would take some time to really pull all these things apart. Everybody would need to talk to someone about what they're going through and their perception, their perspective of what transpired. And you guys alluded to Best Man Holiday, baby. That one was traumatizing. So it was even more that we would need to address in that one. So yeah, that is the thing.
It was bad but good a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a rewatch.
But we'll
Once
be.
you done did it, you done did it. You done
Once
watched
you
it
had
once.
it.
That's enough for me.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
can't replay that.
So guys, we want you to really see yourself in these characters, because although we're talking about Lance, we're talking about you too. And although we're talking about Harper, see yourself. Like, what are the areas of your life that you're not willing to look at? What are the patterns that you keep repeating? What are the things that you hold on to that you know God has told you to let go of that?
Right.
It's not coming with you. You don't need to let it go for your elevation. So, and what are the aspects of us that we really need to lean into our faith on? Sometimes I run into some and I'm like, oh, this too big for me, Lord.
Mhm.
Daddy God, you gonna have to deal with this. It's too big for me. And so think about what are the aspects of your life that you just need to say, I surrender.
Yeah, and if you need help doing that, that's when you can reach out to Atlanta Couple Therapy. You can sign up for the individual counseling. You can sign up for that couples counseling to talk out with a professional. Hey, I'm not finding any answers here. I'm not finding any solutions that are working or I'm feeling satisfied with. That's what we're paid to do.
That's what we're here to do.
It makes sense. You got a heart problem, see a cardiologist. You have a mental health, a relationship issue, emotional issue, be a professional.
If you keep finding yourselves in situations that you are regretful about or you feel like you're lost, this can be an opportunity for you to get some clarity about how to live your life.
Mm-hmm. And please know we're not cheap at all. Like, we got masters and doctorate degrees. Don't come in here trying to pay us $5, $7, $3. Like, we're expensive for a reason.
Right.
This solution is gonna cost you something. You have to put a little bit of skin in the game to see anybody on this couch, because we take seriously what we do. We take seriously the transformations that we're bringing into your world, and it requires an investment. We're expensive.
Very much so. And if we have not talked about a movie that you would like for us to break down, please get down in the comments and drop that movie in there. We'd love to know. And if we haven't seen it, maybe we can watch it together. Let us know. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.